The Gyeongju National Museum said it will stage its crowd-drawing Shilla Gold Crown special exhibition once every 10 years going forward. The move marks the first time a Korean museum has committed to regularly staging an exhibition centered on a specific artifact or theme.
국립경주박물관은 이른바 오픈런 열풍을 이끈 신라 금관 특별전을 앞으로 10년마다 한 번씩 열기로 했습니다. 국내 박물관이 특정 유물이나 주제를 정기적으로 전시하기로 한 것은 이번이 처음입니다. So if you miss it this time, you have another chance come 2035.
Yeah, you got to wait a little bit, but you will get another chance. So, of course, these are very important national treasures. So the 6 gold crowns are usually displayed across 3 museums. That includes, of course, the National Museum of Korea and the Gyeongju National Museum as well. But then last year, all 6 were united together for that special exhibition. That was the first time that's happened in 104 years. That was along with the APEC convention,
Sure.
of course. And then it was kind of unclear when they would come together again. But it was so popular. It was extended through the end of February, and tickets continued to keep selling out. More than 250,000 visitors came, despite there was even capacity limits, but people just kept flooding in. So in response to this popularity, the Gyeongju National Museum decided to hold the special crown exhibition once every 10 years.
I'm sure many people would have preferred, well, not preferred, but they appreciate that it'll be reopened again in 10 years, re-exhibited rather. But if they could delay this round of exhibition for several months, people would love that because I've heard that the tickets, they are going like crazy.
They keep selling out. But I guess the 10 years break between is so it's still very special when it does happen.
Right.
People don't get too used to it.
Yes. 원래 신라 금관 6개가 원래는 이제 국립중앙박물관과 국립경주박물관 등 3곳에 이제 분산 전시됐었는데 작년에 에이펙 때문에 6개가 이제 한 곳에 모여졌었잖아요. 이게 엄청난 호응을 얻으면서 전시가 연장되기도 했는데 오픈런이 계속해서 이어지면서 결국 이 신라 금관 특별전을 10년마다 정기 개최하는 방안을 추진하게 됐다고 합니다.
And as you mentioned, the next one is 2035
Yeah.
because this exhibition started last year. So you're going to have to wait a little bit. But then they're going to bring all those 6 crowns together along with other major gold crown artifacts as well.
Okay, so this is definitely a crowd drawing exhibition.
Right. Drawing means attracting. So if you draw a crowd, it means you're very popular.
crowd-drawing. 끌어모으는, 흥행하는 이란 뜻입니다. crowd가 군중이잖아요. 그러니까 군중을 모으는 something이죠.
Yep.
For example, it is a crowd drawing event. 그건 사람들을 몰리게 하는 행사다. It is a crowd drawing event. To be centered on.
To be centered on something means that something is the main focus. It's
Exactly.
the number one priority. So this exhibition is centered on these golden crowns.
뭐뭐를 중심으로 하다. To be centered on something.
Yep.
Here's the article again. The Gyeongju National Museum said it will stage its crowd-drawing Shilla Gold Crown special exhibition once every 10 years going forward. The move marks the first time a Korean museum has committed to regularly staging an exhibition centered on a specific artifact or theme. Okay, let's talk about the falling academic achievement and cognitive performance of the Gen Z.
It's basically what all parents have been afraid of while their kids are watching these screens all the time.
Yes.
A study has found that Gen Z, raised in a digital environment, shows lower academic achievement and cognitive performance than previous generations. Experts say the trend may be driven by constant screen exposure.
디지털 환경에서 성장한 G세대가 이전 세대보다 학업 성취도와 인지 능력에서 낮은 성과를 보였다는 연구 결과가 나왔습니다. 전문가는 이런 흐름이 지속적인 스크린 노출의 영향일 수 있다고 지적했습니다. lower academic achievement and lower cognitive abilities. That is worrying.
Very concerning, especially because up until this point, it's always been improving. People have tended to be getting smarter, but this is the first time that it's dropped back a bit. So that, of course, is a huge concern. This is a U.S. neuroscientist who did this study, and Gen Z has struggled across nearly all cognitive domains. So that includes attention, memory, reading and writing, numeracy, executive function, and even overall IQ. They also noted that the data is not only from the United States, but from some 80 countries. They're all showing a very marked decline in academic achievement since schools have adopted all this digital technology. That was the point where it started to go down. I mean, which you can kind of understand because it makes it so much easier for you to do everything.
Right.
You can get just like a quick summary of everything. It's that thing where parents work so hard to make things better and easier and more comfortable for their kids, but then their kids don't have to struggle, and so it
Yes.
actually affects them negatively in some ways. So.
Exactly. Do you remember when you want to learn a new concept, you had to struggle through reading this text that did not make sense, and you have to keep rereading it, and then like 약간 씨름을 하듯이
Yeah.
you have to struggle with
Yeah,
those
right.
sentences before you get that final aha moment.
Right.
But now you just get the aha moment in one line
Exactly.
on the screen, so
Yeah.
you don't go through that hard thinking process.
And now with AI, it's even easier than it's ever been.
Yeah.
I wonder how the kids are going to be in the future. Hopefully, we'll be okay.
Hopefully, we can find a way to mitigate the negative consequences
Right,
of all
right.
this digital transformation. 거의 모든 주요 지표에서 이 Gen Z들이 부진했는데 집중력, 기억력, 읽기 쓰기, 수리력, 실행 기능, IQ 등 대부분의 인지 영역에서 이제 전 세대보다 부진하다고 설명을 했습니다.
Right.
Okay, let's have a look at this expression. Cognitive performance.
Basically, a fancy way of saying how well your brain works, how well your brain performs mental tasks. So, focused around things like memory, processing speed, that executive function that I mentioned. Executive function is basically your ability to get tasks done in a timely manner.
Right. Cognitive performance, 인지 능력이거든요. I have some example sentences. Sleep deprivation reduces cognitive performance.
Yes.
We've all experienced this.
Absolutely.
수면 부족은 인지 기능 수행 능력을 떨어뜨린다. Sleep deprivation reduces cognitive performance. 그리고 아까 소랑소란에서 커피 얘기했었잖아요. Caffeine may improve cognitive performance temporarily.
Yeah.
카페인은 일시적으로 인지 능력을 향상시킬 수 있다. Caffeine may improve cognitive performance temporarily.
Exercise also improves cognitive performance.
In the long run as well.
Yes.
That is the much better alternative.
Right.
It's like the 110th reason to exercise. There are so many benefits that come from exercising.
You can have some caffeine before you go exercise.
The pre-workout.
Yeah, that helps.
Academic achievement.
Is how well you do at school, what kind of grades you're getting.
Yeah. 학업 성취도. Academic achievement.
Yeah.
And they are saying that this fall in both academic achievement and cognitive performance is a result of too much screen exposure.
Right, because teenagers are spending more than half of their time when they're awake on their screens these days. So it's just, of course, how much time you spend looking at a digital screen. So your phone, your tablet, your TV,
Your computer.
or your gaming console. Yeah.
Okay. Screen exposure, 화면 노출입니다. So if you say that you have a lot of screen exposure, it means that you are watching things too much. You are using your digital devices too often.
I think we're all trying to cut back
Yes.
our screen exposure these days. It's not
Including
easy.
me.
Me too.
All right, here's the article again. A study has found that Gen Z, raised in a digital environment, shows lower academic achievement and cognitive performance than previous generations. Experts say the trend may be driven by constant screen exposure.